Hello everybody. Well, today we are going to compare the Sylvania RoadLED Midi to the standard RoadLED. Okay, let me just get this towel out of here. Alright, in the last video I actually compared the Midi RoadLED to the street LED, but now we're going to compare the Midi RoadLED to the standard RoadLED. Okay, so both of these are known as RoadLEDs, but this one's a Midi one, okay, or mini one you could say, and this one here is the standard one. Okay, now that standard RoadLED is no joke. Okay, it's an absolute monster. Okay, it's just one heck of a light. It's a behemoth and it's heavy. Okay, it's very heavy. Okay, and very expensive. Okay, for one of them you're looking about $2,000. They're not a cheap light, but they are very good for using on freeways. That's for sure, even car parks. Okay, so I guess we'll just start off with the similarities. What's similar, what things are the same. They both take the same photo cell, which is the twist and lock NEMA style. I have a dummy cell here. Okay, so that's the twist and lock NEMA style photo cell. That's what they use. It's made by Area Lighting Research, that one. Okay. They both have the standard diffusers. Okay. There is also an Aeroscreen one, which is flat, but this one here bows. So this is a standard one. They both have the same type of panels. This one here has 2 panels and they're both rectangular. This one here is 4, okay? This is also available with 1 panel. This is available with 3 panels. Now before this was introduced, you could get this with 1 and 2 panels. Those models are not made anymore because they've been replaced with this size. Okay, the free and quad the triple and the quad ones are still available. It's just that you can't get them in the dual or the single anymore. Okay, that's because this one here is essentially that one. All right. This one here has 3 stainless steel clips that hold the diffuser on. This one has 4. Okay, they both have 2 stainless steel clips that hold the cover shut. Okay, and this one here is a lot lighter than that thing. Okay. All right, so we'll take these off and we'll do a quick comparing on the inside. Okay, before I do, this one here is a 150 watt, which is the brightest you can go. That one is a 275. But you can go up to 300, and that's as bright as it goes, okay? This one here was made in 2017, this is made in 2020, so this one here is 3 years newer than that one. All right, so let's turn these around and we'll take a look at the top. Okay, so here's the top of the lights, and as you can see, both of these have this nice big heat sink here. Okay, so they've got this big heat sink on the top. You know, you normally won't see that because usually when they're up on the pole, you won't see the heat sink, okay? Unless you have a building that goes above the pole height, okay? Or if you're up in the air, you'll probably see the top of them, okay? But generally speaking, you generally won't see this. All right. So both of them have this circle here. This is where the photo cell receptacle is, okay? This one here just says Road LED Midi. This one just says Road LED. All right. So let's open these up and we'll take a look inside. See if there's any differences on the inside. Alright, opening cover up. Let's see. Alright, so here's what's inside the lights. Okay. Alright, so we have the terminal block here for this one. And once again, it's the same for that one. This one actually has 2 terminal blocks, as you can see. The photo cell receptacle is right there. Okay, and it's right here for this one. This standard one does not seem to have a surge protection device. This one does. Okay, that's what this black thing is. This one here has 2 inverters. This one has only got the 1. So 1 inverter drives 2 panels. I always thought that when I first saw it, I thought they would have 1 inverter per panel, but it turns out you can actually have more than 1 per panel. Okay, these are all made by the same company, which is Invertertronics. All right. You do have, all these appear to be unpluggable, so if they ever went bad, you can easily replace them. These ones here is actually held on by these wire connectors, so to replace it, you've actually got to cut them off, and then you've got to rewire it in with a terminal block, I think. I don't know why they didn't use a proper terminal block on that. Would have been better, a lot easier to work with if they'd used a terminal block. This one here, the standard one, has this little black cover here, which covers up the cable entries, where the Midi one does not. It actually has, but it does have a seal around the lid. Okay, this one here does not. All right, and you do have your 2 bolts for where your arm comes through. So once you get the arm in, you tighten them up, and that locks them onto the arm. Okay, and then you have all your wires. You've got the wires that go into the LED panels, and that's right there. Okay, and then you have your photocell receptacle right there. Okay, so it says this was wired by a certain number, so that's probably the electrician's number or whoever wired it. And they're both made in the same factory. Okay, they're both Sylvania, both made in Australia. So, and they're both chunky. Okay, like these things are no joke. Okay, so let's close these up. All right. Now we'll plug these in. And we'll give them a quick side-by-side test run. A bit of dust on there. Obviously these get dusty because I keep them sitting on the floor and I don't really... Well, I just gave them a wipe down before the video. Alright, make sure they're both in the camera, and they are. Alright, so let's put the dummy cell on. And we'll turn on the Midi first. And both of these are actually quite bright. Okay, well I do know that one's going to be twice the lumens of that because it's got twice as many panels. Here we go. Now that's the RoadLED Midi. As you can see, it's lighting up the room pretty good. Okay, it's very bright. Okay, this thing will be very good as a vampire defense weapon. Okay, because LED lights and vampires don't mix apparently. So when you shine this on a vampire, it will definitely probably either annihilate them or just scare them away, or if they see it, they'll probably run away. Okay, so that's the Midi RoadLED. There's actually quite a few of these in my town actually that they put up. Okay, they did put some of these up, but the ones of these they put up are the 3-panel versions. Okay, so let's unplug this. Take this off. And then we'll plug it in. Oh yeah, now that one is really stout. Okay, it's twice the lumens. It's a lot brighter, as you can see, and it definitely kills those LED tubes that I've got in my main light too. Okay. You definitely kill a vampire. Okay, so that's the RoadLED. Okay, very stout. Okay, and that thing's a monster. I'm going to turn it off because it is pretty bright. Okay, so yeah, so that thing is no joke. Okay, so that's why it's so... That thing is not a joke. Alright, so that's why they use that on the freeways and the category V roads. You can even use it in car parks as well. Alright. It's also used in car parks. They use them in car parks as well. It's not just roads. You can use them anywhere. You can use these even as floodlights or even work lights. They make good work lights, or good for camping lights. Okay, but lugging them around is not fun because they're heavy. Okay, and they're not cheap. So it depends on which one, depending on the one you got. All right. So that is the Sylvania RoadLED Midi and the standard RoadLED side-by-side comparison. So I hope you enjoyed, and that'll be it.